You tend a bar long enough, you learn some things. Nobody comes to a place called the Viper's Vengeance because things are going well. Tonight, things are quieter. Not calmer, just quieter. Seems Katarina and her crew have some important things to take care of this evening. Declan sent his apologies for the night prior, the whole gunshot situation. Chancie head upstairs to ask questions about a man no one wanted to talk about, Riley. I didn't hear the whole story, but I caught enough. Katarina recounted stories of her past, something about Atlanta, about a lost kid who ran from a cult and got taken in by the wrong kind of saints. Happens more than you'd think. Monsters love playing rescue. Didn't like the look on her face after Chancie left, though. Seems he might have asked some questions that stirred up the wrong kind of response. Sounded like the whole desk died up there. Expensive wood, too. Eventually, they all came down together. The wee little family. Headed for the basement. The pit. Cute name for a place nobody leaves feeling better. That's where they're keeping the girl. Poor thing looks like a stray that wandered into traffic and lived. Shaking, apologizing, trying real hard not to exist too loudly. Chancie talks to her soft, like you would a wounded animal, and she talks back. She talks about dreams. Same dreams had by the missing Riley. She talks of spirals in the ground, mountains, the kind of stuff that makes your skin itch, even when you don't believe in anything. Then Theodore goes in to talk more and gets more answers. Next thing you know, everyone's staring at the girl like she just grew a second head. Turns out, she kinda did. She has ancient blood. Rare. The kind people kill over. The kind worse people collect. And whatever Riley was mixed up in, it's bigger than a gambling debt or a bad crowd. Word drifted up from downstairs says demon cults. Wood's gone wrong. Symbols you don't draw unless you want something old to notice you. So now they've got a relic in the basement, a ghost in their past, and some ugly scratching at the edges of town. Me? I'm just polishing glasses and pretending I don't hear things through the floor. But if you ask me, places like this don't get haunted, they get chosen. And tonight, the Viper's vengeance feels very, very chosen.
The office door shuts harder than necessary. Outside, the Viper's vengeance hums its usual sounds that you would hear. Of course, the chips clicking, the people enjoying themselves, the saxophone solo continuing through the night. But inside, it's quiet enough to hear the ice cling and clang in Katerina's glass. Katerina, after the revelations that happened for the evening with this hope and her connection to Riley, you heard enough. You took some steps up to your office, but Theodore followed. He looks off. S- He seems stirred still from what happened, the things that he learned. Something whispering in his own ear. And Katerina, you see him enter into the office. Maybe the two of you ready to have a conversation from the events that transpired, but the room already feels a bit smaller.
You look like you need a drink. More than usual.
I'm fine. I need books. Is the do we still have my library here? And he's looking over the shelves. There are some books here.
It's all
Where is
still
it?
here.
Looking for remnants of Chorazin, Labyrinth and Spiral, Structures of Initiation. Where is it?
It
He
would be
starts
on-
sifting through the books.
Maybe you should sit and wait. I've seen you like this. Rarely, but I think you're spiraling yourself.
Oh, the last thing we need to do now is wait, Katerina. We've waited a year with no results.
I'm only suggesting that you sit and process it first.
He ignores you. He's furiously sifting through the books, like turning pages. He starts like laying them out on the table in front of him, opening up to specific pages, some that he has already earmarked. You can see that there have been like notes that he's made in these books over the past year. These are well-worn books. There must be something in here, something I missed. Due to anger, grief, clouding my judgment, something in here.
And you think that's not clouding your judgment now?
Katerina. Suddenly, this woman shows up, brought to us by Itzimitzi, of all people, and tells us she knew Riley. She knew him. She saw him recently. Hope has to know more than... She's just forgotten somehow. She's in a fog.
I think you're seeing what you want to see. Doesn't change that he's dead. Does it?
He's not dead.
Really? And you're not holding his ashes?
We don't know what this is. We need to research it. It could be anything. It could be anything. You didn't see him. We didn't see... How long did you work in movies, Katerina? What happens when you don't see the body?
Oh my goodness. I think... Now we're bringing up movies. This is a movie? This is some fictional world that you're playing in? This is reality, Theodore. A reality where he is dead. Do you think I enjoy saying that?
Doesn't seem to be difficult for you. Maybe you had to find a way to get through the grief, Kat, but I just couldn't. All right? I needed to feel that anger. Did you care about him, really? Or was he just a pet to you? It's like you buried him in the backyard. Does Chancie know he's just the next stray to come along?
Oh, okay. So now you want to fight.
This isn't fighting.
What is it then?
Maybe just opening our eyes a little.
Oh. You know what? If you want. Oh. Have you ever considered that the reason I had to take in Riley in the first place, the reason why we're in this situation, is because you put us here? You are the one who came to me 2 weeks after being gone. Different. You want to talk about bearing him like a pet? It's because you couldn't give me a real child.
I am not going to rehash old arguments that should be long forgotten at this point.
You started it. You started it. All of it. If you don't like how I'm handling it, maybe you should have told me no all those years ago.
Well, can't go back in time, can we, Cat?
No, even though you're trying to.
I'm trying to move forward and find out where he is. Something that was never resolved. And maybe for you it was. Maybe you just needed to put it behind you and move on.
Yes, I did. Because I thought that our relationship would be enough to get us through that grief together. But it wasn't. You were supposed to be the one who's... When we lost him, I was hoping that you would be my rock. That you've always been my rock. Always. Since the day we met. So yes, I had to push it aside. Because I didn't have you.
Katerina, how could we get through that grief together when you wouldn't even show me your grief? What was there to get through? I was alone dealing with it.
And we still are. Alone, the both of us, aren't we? Do you like that? Is that what you want?
You know this isn't what I want.
Really? You've made no moves to fix it.
This isn't my problem to fix, Kat.
So it's my problem to fix. Why not? I fixed every other
I didn't say
problem
that.
in this family.
I wasn't putting it on you.
Then where is it? Whose fault? If not mine and not yours.
It's a partnership.
Is it?
There's two of us. Two of us together. That's how you move forward.
But we're not together.
No. No, we're not. He closes up the book that he was looking through. Have Petey send this to my office. I'm gonna go feed. And he storms out.
Theo, you exit and go feed. The remnants of that messy critical you had earlier lingering. Do you feed from the supply that you have here at the casino, or do you take care of it the way you normally do hunting?
No, he's gonna go hunting. He's got a aggression that he needs to deal with.
So go ahead and roll me your predator roll, which is either strength plus brawl if you're being a little more forceful, or wits and streetwise to be a little more prowly.
I think Theodore normally tries to keep it together, but one of the things that he hasn't quite been able to curb when he feeds is just how violent the beast gets when it's time for him to imbibe vitae. And I think he does stalk someone down a dark alley, and it is a bit of a violent affair. It's 4 successes.
It is violent and successful for you, at least. Not so much for him. It's a rough encounter, not far from the club and your normal feeding grounds that you have permission to. And you're able to sate 1 dot of hunger for this evening, taking out your own aggressions on this individual. Now, back at the club, the casino, I should say. Declan, you, somebody comes into the club. They look almost like they look like they're not here to partake in the casino. They look like they have business to handle. Perhaps a retainer of sorts for somebody you immediately identify, and they walk up to you with an envelope.
Can I help you?
From I have a delivery for Miss Sinclair from my patron, Finlay Duncern.
Ah, yes, we've been waiting for this.
Per her request, the dossier.
Are you hanging around?
Nope, I'm just the delivery guy.
Well, thank you for bringing this to my attention. I'll make sure it ends up in Miss Sinclair's hands immediately.
Have a good evening.
Have a good evening. And Declan will take it right upstairs.
Katerina, maybe 20 or so minutes after your visit with your husband, enters in your security, Declan.
Come in.
Bad time?
No, not at all.
Are you alright? You look upset.
Do I? Ah. No, just... it was upsetting, information. That's all.
Would you like to share it?
It's nothing you didn't hear.
Teddy.
Declan, can I ask you something?
Of course.
Not as head of security.
Of course.
Do you think when we become what we are, when you're embraced, do you think you can still love something?
I don't see why not.
Have you?
In my 50 or so years being who I am, 100 if you count, well, yeah. No, it's been 70 years that I've been like this. Of course, I have felt love before and after the embrace.
For a person?
Person, place, thing.
Do you think it's the same?
I believe so.
You loved Riley, right?
Of course.
Do you think he's dead?
There's... When you work in my line of work, when you want to make someone disappear, you need to make sure that they are gone. I've heard horror stories in the industry of not ensuring that the deed is done, and the first thing that person does when they regain consciousness is find someone they love. So unless Riley's been chained up for the better part of a year, if he was alive and he had the ability to, he would walk through those front doors.
I agree.
You do know I didn't want to pry. It wasn't my business. There are ways that I can check.
I actually was going to ask you. Theodore has always been stubborn. And it used to be a trait I liked. But I need something. He needs some kind of proof.
It is no guarantee. You see, we are kind, are damned from the start. Someone like Chancie, if he was to meet his final death, he barely has a year under his belt. His soul would probably hang around. You and I, we step foot in the underworld, oblivion, the abyss, whatever you want to call it. Whoever you're talking to has different terms for it. We're pretty much guaranteed to be ripped apart.
Lovely. Something to look forward to.
Now,
And what about Riley, then?
how old was he?
He was rather young. Maybe... anywhere from 20 to 30 years?
Then it's a toss-up.
Okay.
Do you have anything of his?
I have plenty. Plenty. And if those ashes are actually ashes of his, then we have those.
Something more meaningful.
Okay. I have a necklace he used to wear pretty much every day. Would that work?
Could.
Okay, well...
There are things. They can be people, places, items of great importance. It's called a fetter. Something that a spirit, wraith, anchors themselves to the living world.
We can look around his room.
As Katarina's talking,
Yes.
I'm just going to cast the Binding Fetter. It is free to do so. It does not require a rouse check.
Yes.
And it's
You just have to
Yep. Wits
roll me a
Oblivion.
Wits in Oblivion.
Three successes.
3 successes. Katerina, you notice this instantly. The periphery of Declan seems to be honed in. He seems distracted, actually, for a moment. So distracted, Declan, that you would, if you ever needed to in this moment, if she was about to throw a swing at you, you'd get a minus
2.
2 to
Yes.
dexterity and wits rolls.
And you see the scleras of his eyes go black.
For just a brief moment, Declan, you search around this room to see if anything shows up, anything important to ghosts in this room. Katarina, did you say you had his necklace here in this room?
I would imagine she keeps it on her.
You see an aura close to Katarina.
And you hear Declan as he's kind of like zoned out. Is the necklace in your desk drawer?
It's, no, much closer. And she would pull out the necklace she is wearing, and it is his.
Mm. Is that what's glowing, Storyteller?
The aura does seem to resonate from that necklace.
And as if a junkie getting his fix, he kind of like snatches it from you.
Off my neck?
Oh, it's on you. You're wearing it.
Yes.
Do you mind taking it off?
She would take it off.
And he would snatch it from you very quickly. And you can tell he kind of like caresses it a little bit. Something has attached itself to your necklace, Katerina.
Is that a good thing?
It could be.
Can you explore that further?
And as you ask that, his eyes clear up. Apologies. Yes, I can.
It's not dangerous for you to do this, correct?
Oh, no. I will
Good.
need to find the proper place, though.
What do you need?
A place where the veil is thin.
Do you know of any?
Of course, yes.
Well, then I suppose we should go immediately, should we not?
Yes, but there's
Does this take preparation? You seem hesitant.
He gives her the manila envelope. The dossier for the Duncerns.
Right. All right, she will open it.
Yes, Katarina, you open this envelope with inside is just a list. You see written on the side of the envelope, just per your request, FD. And inside is a dossier, just with a couple of tidbits of information. No pleasantries, no cover letter, nothing like that. Just a little bit of info on several members of the Duncern family.
Yes, let us see. I want to
Yes,
see.
and I will post it in
Ooh.
the Discord as well.
Ooh.
So there are 4 individuals. They each have different specialties that are related to various things like business, money, finances. The Duncerns are very finance-heavy bloodline. There's 4 of them. There's one, Moira Bell Duncern, a financial advocate. Ewan Fraser, who is a high roller liaison. Hamish Duncern, security oversight. And Callum Reed, discreet enforcement. Each of them have their own specialties. Something for you to mull over, who you might be interested in to work with Declan, work here at the casino. A note also encloses that they will only join once the work is finished.
All right. A list of people we can choose from the Duncern family. I'll probably have you go over this as well, as they'll be working with you.
Are they all retainers? Or are they kindred?
I think
They're all kindred, yes.
Got it.
Yes.
They're all kindred. And we'll have to choose which one suits our needs best. I'll cross any out that I don't enjoy, and then you can have your pick.
Make sure to have Carmelo also take a look. Anyone you choose, he can look into.
And I imagine he'll be working with them, so...
He doesn't work well with others, so...
Well, hopefully we'll pick someone he can tolerate.
For our little soiree...
How fancy.
Would you like to keep it private?
It can be just you and I.
I can keep that secret.
The last thing Theodore needs right now is something like this. Leave him to his own devices.
By soiree, are you talking about the visits?
The fetter, yes. It will take some time, yes.
I
The
see.
fetter.
I see. Yes. Okay. So you're saying it would just be the 2 of you for
Correct.
that.
Yep.
Noted.
The adults in the room may go.
Noted.
Right.
Chancie and Theo are gonna have to form an alliance.
You really will.
What did I do?
Well, you're just baby. Not negative. You're baby positive. Theo is baby negative.
Would you mind if I kept hold of this?
The necklace?
Yes.
If you must.
It won't leave my person.
Then I'll entrust it to your care.
Good.
I think that's it. How long will this take you? Before we can go do this.
Well, first, it's going to cost you some blood.
It is,
So,
Yes. What does Declan need?
I will need to feed. It's been a few nights since. I'll make sure I'm well satiated. And I will come find you.
I will be waiting.
Yes, storyteller.
No, I will wait on that, actually. Nothing.
Eyeball emoji?
Nothing. You know what you need to do, Declan.
I do. Yes. I'll be in touch.
Enjoy your meal.
I will.
Thank you, Declan,
You're very welcome,
for
Katerina.
everything that you do.
Your thanks is not needed, but it is appreciated.
And she would let him go, so he may go have his snack.
Have a good night.
You as well.
You take your leave, Declan. I assume you are going to, similarly to Theodore, do your hunt for the evening.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll me your intelligence and stealth to just see how well the retainers for your Montero feeding type are
It
able to.
is intelligence leadership for the retainer, and then resolve and stealth for the feed.
Oh,
That's what Demiplane says.
oh, I must be.
Also, this is a
Misread.
very complicated feeding type.
It is a very complicated feeding type, and we're simplifying it for the sake of not
Perfect.
being here for 5 hours.
Fantastic.
So go ahead and roll what is you have written, because I may not have this accurate. Oh, I see. Yes, intelligence leadership.
And yeah, intelligence leadership is you want to choose the person you're feeding off of.
Right.
And
So okay,
then-
so just roll me your resolve and stealth.
Okay. 3 successes.
3 successes. You are able to successfully get one of the individuals that your retainer brings to you from wherever they may roam. And you are able to feed for the evening. You clear 1 dot of your hunger.
Do we take into account my bane?
We do.
Okay.
However, this individual that is brought to you doesn't. They are alive.
Okay.
Just barely, though. They're going to be out, possibly in a coma.
Declan, before he feeds, Declan walks to Chancie and he just leans into his ear and just goes, "Play loud, Chancie."
It was one of those nights. You got a gunslinger. And
As
it's
the,
one of those, like, get people off their feet, stomping, dancing, just.
as the Hecata Bane is painful kiss. I do have a question. I don't know. It's a lore question.
Yes.
As it is painful,
Yes.
and Hecata do not have access to dominate. Is it like with other kindred it is pleasurable and
It is ecstasy.
it is ecstasy, yes. With
That's what I
Hecata,
say.
do they remember what happened?
No.
Okay.
It is similar in that they forget the
Got it.
experience.
Okay.
It's just not. Well, it's just basically the opposite. But they will still forget it.
Got it. Okay.
That's how I played anyway.
Perfect.
Chancie, you wrap your show for the evening. Very loudly playing one of the whole band. It's like the full band in swing. And as you're wrapping the final songs for the evening and everybody's tearing down, bringing all the instruments backstage, in your powder room or your green room, just a small letter is left on your little vanity. And you recognize the scent, the perfume. It is that smell of cherry and what's my favorites? Hold on, I have Oh, my signature scent. Hold on. My signature scent.
Lilac and gooseberries?
Not lilac and
Maracas?
gooseberries. This is my Toreador scent. I love this. It is,
Cherry and almond is good.
I think it might cherry, saffron, vanilla.
Oh.
Mm.
Fragrance family, warm and spicy. Scent type, warm and sweet. Gourmands. Keynotes, cherry, saffron, vanilla. My favorite.
Love a little gourmand.
You know the signature scent of your sire. She leaves you a note for the evening of a job well done. And that she hopes to hear from you soon. With just a little rose left at the bottom.
He'll spin over to his bass player, Christian, who's this larger gentleman. Looks like he works out a lot. Christian, you mind? We might be taking a trip out in the next couple of nights. You know of any gyms around here?
I do, actually.
You think any of them are for sale?
You know, there might be one in Upper Hill that we might be able to take a look at. There's a place I frequent. They're privately owned. So,
For now. Picture this, because I know you're into all that MMA shit. We bring audiences in. They bet on fights. I think that's just another way of making money for our little, startup here.
I like what you're thinking here. We might be able to make something of this.
A little bit here, a little bit there. I got some other plans, but as long as the boss is writing the checks, I just want to make some money off of it. Also, I gotta go check in on Mom.
I see. Gotta bring in the good report.
What I can tell.
When will that, is that gonna be forever, or is that just like part of your whole thing with her?
Well,
What's...
With my experience, and I've had many a mothers, it's until they get bored with me. So, we're gonna get what we can while we can, and then move on.
All right, well,
Trust me, I'll be lasting a lot longer than you will. No offense, but I'll make sure it is a great journey. Unless you, I don't know, have you ever seen anybody, what do they call them? There's probably a few around here, a ghoul walking around.
if I saw one, I don't even know if I'd be able to recognize one.
That's fair. You didn't even know my sire was a vampire until I told you. You kept asking me for a number.
I mean, is there supposed to be some like glowing radar over all of you? Like, it's hard to
your
tell.
survival instincts should have kicked in, if anything, Christian. Come on now. Thinking with the wrong head.
You got me there. All right,
Hey.
well, I will keep a lookout and see what the cost might be.
Sounds good. And he'll scribble just some notes that he needs to make for when he meets up with his sire. But just keeps joking with his band for the most part.
And this is where we leave for the evening. However, I think everybody except Katarina has had a chance to properly feed. I know, Chancie, you did on your herd. Theo and Declan, obviously you did. Katarina, do you want to feed this evening?
It would be wise. Do I want to?
But it is up to you. You have some stock here at the casino, or you can take part in your regular hunt that you've done previously.
No, I think hunt is good. I think hunting would be nice.
For you, then, I would like you to roll me, depending on how you want to do this, either charisma and stealth, if your victim is entering into your feeding ground, or dexterity stealth. Okay.
It would be someone here, yes.
Go ahead and roll me charisma stealth then.
Whatever poor, unfortunate soul happens upon me first. 3 successes.
3 successes. You are able to sate your hunger 1 dot this evening upon luring in one of your victims, like a trapdoor spider. What the feeding type name comes from. And that is where we conclude our evening. Not the session, just this evening.
We're done.
Pack up, we're done. And you all cool off for the day a little bit, as it was a lot of things that have been discovered, just a lot going on. There's a lot of things to process. Not only do you have Hope, who is being surveilled in the pit, you have business that needs to be taken care of. You have visitors who are coming in the next... I know I said the next 2 nights, but basically I want to give you guys time to make your final arrangements for that, and then they will arrive. Make your final arrangements.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, so what do you mean by that?
Make your final arrangements for that before the Harpy slash Herald. It's actually a hybrid role here at Pittsburgh. And they will be arriving to sign the paperwork for your job. So we will make that the next evening, but you guys will obviously have time to plan that. So for our next evening, as we roll into the next cold night here in Pittsburgh at the Viper's Vengeance, roll me, everybody, the usual, the rouse. As you just fed, unfortunately, the beast doesn't care if that's the case. A new night dawns. Not dawns, but you still have to rouse every time you awake.
I finally have a success.
I as well have a success.
All
and
successes.
Declan, you put...
Yep.
Okay, great. Great. You all are lucky. The dice are in your favor this evening. Perhaps you should do a little gambling at the casino because your hunger does not increase. But there is business to be done. There's business to be discussed.
Always.
So the 4 of you gather for this next evening in your usual meeting room, ready to plan for your visitor and make sure everything's, all the dots and lines and everything is sorted out before you make the deal and the 60 days begins for your money laundering gig.
Okay. I think once they're all in there, in the office, sat, I assume everyone has brought the appropriate paperwork for their reports. All right. We have one night. I'd like a solid plan. Chancie, if you would start with telling me some of the entertainment ideas you have. She pulls out like a little pad.
Well, between the band and music, I mean, we already have that here. Another option we have is kind like seeing blood as much as we do. So I was thinking some sort of boxing and or MMA fights. Nothing too, you know, big time, but something that'll. I mean, it's Pittsburgh. They always talking about how tough it is out here. Might as well see who here is worth their grit. And of course, people are gonna bet on who wins or loses. We'll probably need a gym. There's money there in the gym, so
Are you thinking more underground or open to the public?
what's it hurt for the public to see some official fights?
Well, seeing as we are a kindred establishment, open wounds and splashed blood don't really make a good combo.
Hmm. Maybe it's not opening to us. I'm just trying to make money.
We could have some of the retainers run it, though. It doesn't have to be open to kindred. Money is money. It doesn't matter who it comes from. I like it. What else?
I've gathered a few opportunities that we could explore.
Not yet, Theodore.
Of course.
Chancie, were you done?
Possibly, you know, some housing, you know.
Right.
People gotta find a place to live, a couple restaurants.
Housing for staff or in general?
Whoever's gonna pay for it, honestly. Could throw out some Airbnbs if you want. We'll talk about an easy way to make money and screw people over. Shit.
Being a landlord, right. I know that. All right. You mentioned a restaurant. You know, that is one thing that I've always thought about that would be fun. I mean, we have kitchens here, but it's not a proper restaurant.
And then, other than that, you know, I don't know, strip joint.
Well, that brings in money. All right. Is that all?
He kind of looks over to Theodore real quick and then quick. Yeah, I think I'm done.
Declan?
In my 20 years or so here, I've had to clean up the rare but all too important issue with some of the major sports teams here. I could reach out to my contacts with the Steelers, the Pirates, the Penguins. I was thinking about having some professional signings here at the Vengeance.
Now that would be good money.
These athletes, they can't control themselves.
No.
DUIs,
They've got egos. That'll work.
Getting caught in some sort of scandal, making the paparazzi go away.
You know, football is big here. Maybe we start there.
I've seen Sundays here. If they don't have the Steelers on the TVs, they will practically fucking riot, so.
I think I like that the most. That's a wonderful idea. Anything else?
How is our sports book, Theo?
In what way do you mean, Declan?
If we're bringing in high rollers, people who want to meet these athletes, maybe we should expand the sportsbook area of the casino.
That's absolutely something that we could consider, for sure. We could definitely increase our presence as far as offering gambling opportunities in alternative means, betting on the big game. We could set up, we could set up the bar to show these games and have the bookies take the bets at the tables. If that makes sense.
Doesn't hurt. That was my idea.
Don't people bet on like things that are not just like show like the
Anything.
Oscars? Like who's gonna win
People
the
bet on
yeah.
anything.
Everything,
Like,
anything and
America's
everything.
Next Top Model, like
Yes.
whatever.
How much money the big blockbuster movie is going to take in over the weekend? Yeah. If it can be bet on, people bet on it.
Magic RPG does not promote gambling.
Even though we're running a
Indeed.
casino.
Indeed.
How did... You know, I may not know a lot about this social media thing, but I do know that people turn to betting there as well on their phones, right? There's something called, oh God. Iris was telling me about it the other day. Like fantasy football? Have you heard of that? Chancie, have you heard of that?
Yes. Christian loves it.
Yes, I've heard there's a lot of money in it.
From what he's told me.
I think perhaps we see what the I don't know. How do people do that, Chancie?
I'm not as tech savvy as probably anybody else in the room. I just my generation. But Andy, my drummer, she's really good with it. I can ask her about it.
We'll bring her here.
Got it. Anybody thirsty before I leave?
No, thank you.
All right. As he walks out, he kind of pats Theodore on the shoulder, like, "Yeah, I noticed that. I'm sorry, bud."
Theodore has been, these past two nights, you have seen him lose, or this past night, really, you've seen him lose his composure a little bit. But today, he's back to his normal, collected self, unfazed, not even a hint of, from the way Katarina treated him just now. Didn't seem to take it as an insult.
Gotcha. Chancie took it as an insult. So he just, and he's gonna go find Andy.
Perfect. When Andy comes back. Hello.
Hi.
Tell me everything you know about fantasy football and how they do it.
Oh, are we looking to set up a fantasy football thing here at the casino? Because that would be really cool.
Yes. I more wonder.
So basically, you get a bunch of people together, and everybody drafts their own like football team. So you pick from like any team, you make your own team, and the better your team does, the more points you get, and then you like take it all the way to the Super Bowl at the end. And if you get the most, if your team does the best, based on how the players are performing, you win a lot of money. You can, and each, league puts in as much or as little money as they can. Some people do like high roll, big league. Some people just put in a couple of bucks because they're doing it among friends. It really depends.
Right. And do they do this? Is this an in-person thing, or do people do this on the internet?
It is usually online. There's like a website for it. Oh, back in the day, it used to be Yahoo. Oof, I remember those days, but
What is the website now? What's
is
the most
website
popular
now?
one that you use?
Yahoo is still, I think, the biggest.
Is it
still
still
up there,
Yahoo?
yeah.
I only know because my dad does fantasy.
Y-
So I know
Yahoo's
the
main.
day.
Yeah, that's like their main. I believe that they're still their main like driving
Okay.
force is their fantasy
Yeah.
football.
Yeah, so it's on this website called Yahoo. Been around for
Okay.
ages.
Hmm.
I mean, we could set up a pot.
Yeah, people love that. And not everybody has like community. So it's nice when like a bigger like an organization like a bar or a pub, sometimes they do organize these things so people can like get in on it if they don't have people that want to get in on it.
I think so. I like this. I would like to play into the football element. Because you're right, Declan, it's big here. And with our clientele, I'm sure the pot would be quite large. She writes that down.
Maybe we could
Andy,
get one
right?
of.
Yes.
Maybe you should run it, Andy. What do you think about that?
Chancie nudges her in the shoulder.
Chancie says you're very into this kind of thing, right?
I am. Yes, I would love to organize it.
Wonderful. Consider it done.
Okay, great. I will start making some plans, and we need like a cool name for it and everything, but I'll think on that.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'll make sure the proper paperwork is drawn up and delivered to you, Andy.
Thank you. I didn't even think about that.
Oh, we won't make you. I know you have your obligations to the band, of course, so we would pay you for running this. Of course.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Of course. Well, thank you, Andy.
She looks at Chancie, like eyebrows raised, and takes her
Don't
leave.
fuck it up. She's really good at all the social media stuff. She does all the band's social media stuff. So
Well, perfect. I'm happy to have her do it. What else? You know what I was thinking?
What, Katerina? What were you thinking?
Ball stadium go for nowadays?
Excuse me?
She kind of smiles. I know it's a lofty dream, but, I have always wanted to own one.
the Pittsburgh Steelers are like,
What about Heinz Field?
You're probably talking billions, Katerina.
Oh, I would guess maybe one. I don't know. Do I look like a sports girl?
No.
Right, I'm not.
Look, the Lysanders on the White Sox, so maybe you guys.
we got goals. We got goals here. Katerina
I just-
said, I want a terrible towel now.
Now. I heard about another family who just acquired the White Sox, so. Yeah,
In
can't have
Chicago.
them. Yes. Terrible team, but.
I think my sire told me about them, didn't it? Whatever happened to them?
I have no clue. I just know that I can't have a family like that outdoing us. Besides, I feel like football is much bigger than baseball here, right?
I believe football and hockey are the two biggest sports in Pittsburgh.
Maybe a hockey stadium.
I'm sure it's equally as expensive, Katerina.
Oh, please. Oh, please. Me looking it up.
How much is
Every-
Pittsburgh Penguins?
The real concern would be where we could inflate costs, where we could actually make extra income.
Well, if you owned a stadium.
I was going to say all of these are fantastic ideas, but that doesn't answer the question how we can fix these in our favor.
I'm just spitballing.
A fantasy football team or fantasy football league.
League.
Thank you, Chancie. Every dollar will need to be accounted for. I'm sure for the administration fees and taxes you can take out of that, but that's not going to clean all that much. I mean, I assume, correct?
Well,
No.
no, but we're supposed to pick and prod from all the different options that we're making. I mean,
Yes.
the fights if we get the gym, admission into the gym, admission into the fights.
Look, there's this all just needs to be temporary, right? To inflate as much cost as we can. Every little bit helps, and if it's a spectacular failure, that only helps us in moving money around. That's absolutely fine. But Declan is correct. It's not going to get us anywhere close to what we need. It's just going to help round out the edges. We need to be making some of these bigger moves. Investing in the restaurant, that's not a bad idea. We could probably get a real estate deal moving very quickly for the right seller. Starting on construction very quickly in the casino, that's a good move. We could do that, including renovations. Declan, I'm sure there's all sorts of newfangled security measures that you could look into, training for your men, providing training, perhaps for the Duncerns. Could be a service that we could offer them. I am thinking we do need something a little bit more explicit, though. A way for us to generate a lot more revenue that doesn't actually exist. I had a few ideas. I'm thinking we leverage a few controlled high rollers. We run chips through trusted intermediaries. They convert losses. They convert their funds into losses. We report an income. They report a loss. Money works out very well in our favor.
And we pay them to lose.
We pay them a little bit, but in the end, we are giving them chips that they're not actually paying for.
So we're cleaning our own money, but it just looks like it's coming from them because they're known to have that money.
We just need to find, well, as many as we can, trusted individuals with a high enough net worth to make this happen. With the connections of the Camarilla along the tri-state area, that shouldn't be too difficult to at least round up a few. That alone can move a few $1 million in our favor. On top of that, and maybe we tie this into the expansion of the casino, we set up a very high-end private membership lounge. Very private tables, exclusive monthly membership fees that they need to pay up front in yearly costs. Same thing, reach out to all of the well-known kindred in the area, get them to sign up on paper, be on the books for this club. None of them have to ever actually show up. Again, we only have to make this work for 2 months. If the whole thing collapses, doesn't matter.
And are you paying these kindred in money, boons. That's a lot of boons, Theo.
Well, that's the thing. We report the income. They don't actually have to give it to us. Now,
How do you entail to get them in the door? Or to agree to this, to be honest?
well, that's where I imagine our the Camarilla comes into play, right? This is a job that we are doing on behalf of the prince. This is a job that's meant to benefit the Camarilla as a whole. It's a very minor ask. No one has to even step foot in the casino to make it happen. They just need to sign their names on the paperwork.
And then at the next big meeting, their name gets added to the list of folks who assisted in completing this task.
One
The
little
list of
thing.
names will be easy. Oh,
There's one thing I learned very early on, and that's you don't fuck with taxes. There's going to be a paper trail whether we like it or not. I know I'm good, but I can't fight the United States government, Teddy.
Well, money comes in and out. We're going to have to cover those taxes for them. That's part of the operating cost. But it should work out in our favor. We should be making more money on paper than we're having to pay out in taxes.
If you've done the calculations, I'm on board.
Yeah, do we have a numbers guy? You know,
we
one of
did.
those motherfuckers that can, you know what I mean, do all this shit in the head.
We do.
Petey.
That's Petey.
Petey does everything.
Petey's a highly skilled individual.
Well, if Petey's got this shit on lock, then well, we don't have to worry about Declan needing to go, you know, Rambo.
No, you don't need to fight the IRS.
PD is good. So if he delivered these estimates to you, Theo, then I'm sure they're good.
I think that'll help a lot. But I do think, for the most part, we still need to find a few more ways that we can generate some more cash on books. Or at least one more big way.
What about Club Eternal?
What do you mean?
What are you thinking?
Markov fucked up. I'm interested to see what happened to him. Wonder if there's anything left maybe I could salvage from Valentina. Maybe one of these upcoming nights we head over there. Maybe make a deal with her. Take some of this Camarilla money, wash it through Club Eternal. Give her a percentage. We take the rest.
She invited us to a club, right?
She did.
She did.
What's a talk?
Maybe after this meeting we'll go.
I believe it's closed on Thursdays.
It is. Wonder if she'd sell it.
Would we, Storyteller, would we know about the, essentially the Zemitzi, covetousness? Would that have been, through the vampire
The
circles?
traits?
Yeah, you would know they are very possessive. Yes.
This is exactly what we just, a
You just hear-
Zemitzi give up something they own. You're better squeezing water from a stone, Katerina.
All right.
Now, with all of these endeavors, it really matters also what sort of transactional cost the Dunsterns are willing to accrue here, right? You don't just launder money for free. So, what kind of loss are they willing to take here? The more that they're willing to take, obviously, the easier it is for us to make it happen.
From what I understand, this is Camarilla money, just
It
from
is.
a different country.
Right.
I don't believe the Dunsterns themselves are giving up their coffers to us. I believe this is straight from London.
Understood, but what I mean is the process of washing this money, you don't get all of it back.
Of course, yes.
Right.
What is our cut?
Well, and what is the operational cost for it, right? How
Correct.
much, for example, paying the taxes for those individuals we spoke of before. That's money that comes out of the end pot that they're looking to get. So are they looking to take a bath on 5%, 10%, 20%? We need to find that out.
I'm sure we'll find out in the next upcoming nights. I know the Harpy is available now.
Okay. A lot of
Damn.
good ideas here.
Lot of money moving.
Yes.
All right. Well,
Mm.
if that's everything that y'all need from me, I guess I'll make sure Andy's got her head on the swivel. Sound like Joel and them playing their asses off, so I'm gonna go pick on them.
She will need to be, if she is handling a legitimate fantasy football league on our book, she will need to sign a W-2.
Oh yeah, she's used to all that shit. And if we're trying to do a whole big, social media thing, no worries on the whole masquerade. She knows about that as well. We won't have to worry about anything leaking.
No
All right.
photos of people in the
Kindred.
casino, yes.
Threatened her life enough. She doesn't need you to do the same, Declan. I appreciate it.
As much as I would enjoy it, I appreciate it, Chancie. Thank you.
All right. Y'all have a lovely evening.
You as well. Thank you, Chancie.
Let's make some money.
I think I have a phone call I'm going to make. If you all will disperse.
Theo nods and grabs his papers.
Well, it seems like there's a plan devised, at least some modes of operation of bringing in more funds for the Viper's Vengeance so that they can bring in this dirty money and clean it up for the Camarilla. But we will find out how those operations are going to continue and make sure that that's all said and done when we return from our break. So we'll be right back, everybody. Give us 10-15 minutes. Go ahead and grab your snacks, take a bio break, and we'll see you in just a bit. So BRB, everybody. we return. Welcome back, everybody, to our second half of episode 4 of Blood Money. As per usual, everybody, join us on Discord, discord.gg/magirpg. That's where we are hanging out when we're not live, when we're not here on stream. We are there, living there. So come hang out and chat with us. We're always happy to have a good chat. Upcoming things that we have. So next week we will be off. So everybody on YouTube, you won't see an episode of Blood Money next week, but we will be sharing our Vampire the Masquerade one shot that was recorded at PAX Unplugged last year, The Hunt for the Jersey Devil, which takes place in New Jersey, in the Pine Barrens, with a coterie, quote unquote, a group working together, plus Dorian.
Plus Dorian.
Plus Dorian, who's
you'll see when you watch it.
you'll
Down on
see.
his luck.
You'll see how it goes. So
wait.
join us. That'll be on our YouTube next Friday, next weekend. So tune into that while Blood Money is off, but we will be back the following Friday, which is we also have Friday the 13th in March, guys. This is crazy. What the heck? 2 Friday the 13ths at a casino. I love it. Okay, so and then also we have our other Cosmere show, Heirs of Honor, which is debuting world premiere March 12th. So join us for that as well. And that is all of the announcements. So let's dive back into our session. As everybody exits the office, Katerina, you are left to your own devices. Quite literally, as you pull out a device.
It's a burner phone.
You got it from
usual.
Declan.
Yeah. Well, I have to make important calls sometimes, you know?
You all keep a stack of burner phones for these exact uses. Untraceable
Carmelo
flip
heads over to
phones.
7-Eleven and buys a couple.
Exactly.
Be a little Blackberry.
Yeah.
That
Little
feels right. Little Blackberry.
and you make a call.
Indeed, I do.
As it rings and rings and rings. You hear a familiar voice. The voice of your sire. Charles Montrose Langley. The man who ran rooms behind the rooms. He knows when a unknown number calls him, it's usually one of a small pool of people. And he answers, "It's been a while."
Charles?
Katarina.
How are you? It's been a moment since we've spoken. I do miss our yearly meetings.
Yes, I was hoping to see you in New York this year, but I guess business is monopolizing your time.
For the better, I'm sure. Though I will make time to come see you, I promise. I find myself not in a situation, but rather... I was speaking with my coterie moments ago, and they're brilliant, but... Well, no one inspires me quite like you, Charles. I want some advice.
Advice.
Yes. As is always the problem, the casino is going well, but I want it to do better. I've thought about restaurants and getting into sports, and it's all... I feel like it's all been done before.
Mm.
You know?
It has been done before by many of our blood, our blue blood.
I want something different, but something useful.
Well, think about it, Katerina. What is it that Pittsburgh... From my understanding, this city that you found yourself in, it seems to be a central hub, or at least that's what the Camarilla is building it up to be, between the East and the Midwest.
So they say.
Yes. Things are transporting through. Things and possibly people.
Oh, plenty of people. Especially with what's going on in London.
Yes, it seems lots of folks leaving the UK and some areas of Europe, trying to find a new place to call home here in the States.
You know, maybe what I'm missing here is... What about transportation?
That's... that a girl. That is the right train of thought, Katerina. Something big, but not the same old.
Yes, I suppose we've been using ships forever. I don't think I want something like that.
Indeed.
Maybe a place to, land your jet?
It would make visits all the easier.
It would. Then maybe you'd have to come down here. Perish the thought.
To leave New York to visit Pittsburgh. Well, I suppose it'll happen at some time. Hope the summers are nice there.
Oh, well. I don't know if you'll enjoy them as much, but I can assure you at least there's one good place in Pittsburgh. I don't know about the rest of it.
Ah, yes, the Vengeance.
Oh, yes. We're doing some remodeling. Been a while, and why not? Why not bigger? I was thinking about a restaurant as well. After all, I feel like there's nowhere good to eat here. At least for the people who partake in those kinds of things.
Always know that even if it doesn't work out, not every business succeeds. I've had many startups that have not even lasted a decade. It doesn't mean that you have failed if it doesn't work out.
I appreciate the comforting words, but it's kind of hard to believe that when the first thing I opened was the Vengeance. It can only get better.
And that is the crown jewel. Remember that always.
Well, let this entice you to come down soon, then. There'll be a nice airport with your name on it if you'd like.
I look forward to that then.
I was meaning to get you a gift for, well, however old you're going to be this year.
A jet then.
Fine, a jet. That seems simple enough. Name big and bold on the side, or maybe something a bit more refined?
Perhaps something under the family name.
I think so. Well, I'll have that lovely Vanderbilt jet for you then.
Don't ever forget your roots, Katerina, where you started. When you walked into my office. All those years ago in Atlanta. Do you remember?
Oh, I remember. I was out of my league.
But you had exactly what you wanted on your mind, and you would stop at nothing to get that.
Yes. That is still the case.
Well, give Theodore my regards.
I will. I'm sure he would be happy to see you.
And let me know how the business goes.
Oh, of course. I'll tell you when you land in my airport.
I look forward to it.
Well, take care then.
You as well, dear.
And she would hang up the phone. And toss it in the trash.
You leave that conversation, Katerina, inspired as your sire, though it's been many years now since you went through the rigorous training that the Ventrue go through, the, Spartan-like training that you must endure to officially become part of Clan Ventrue. You still feel a connection there. He has always supported you in your business endeavors. And he's the one who brought you into this life. So you think on that. You think on his words, the transportation, and perhaps one other thing to add to the agenda for laundering these funds. Now, time passes for all of you. Just a little bit of time as you settle into the business meetings and everything goes as per usual at the Viper's Vengeance. But you get ready for an upcoming meeting. The first meeting in a while that you've had with any of the Camarilla here in Pittsburgh. You know that the court here in the city is smaller, but that makes sense, being that Pittsburgh is a relatively small city in comparison to the larger metropolitan cities of New York, Boston, Chicago. Those are the big cam cities. Pittsburgh has a smaller court, but it is functioning. It is operational. And it's working its way to become perhaps what some of these other cities are known for. Is there anything you all want to do to set up for this meeting? You know that the Harpy is going to arrive shortly. So if there's anything you want to set up for the business meeting, where it's going to be held, all of that, I assume in one of your private rooms, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes, it would be in one of our private rooms. Not in the pit, but a similar vibe.
Okay.
The room where we had Valentina.
Yes, that room.
Got it.
Blood been cleaned up since then?
Oh, absolutely.
Carmelo does a good job.
The heart
He knows how to wield a mop.
It's spotless.
I made sure.
Finest of ghouls.
I made sure he ran through with enzyme destroyer. Don't worry.
What is the harpies taste? Whatever the harpies taste in blood, we would have that ready.
Yes, noted. They are similar to you, Katerina, in their feeding type. So not too difficult for you to actually no, they're Theo's feeding type, the alley cat. So it's not hard for you to gather vitae for them based on Theo's hunting. And you get everything prepared. And Natu later walks in. One individual. They are femme in stature. She has short, grayish. It's like it's slightly graying, but it's not fully gray. Like a salt and pepper, dark, like black and white hair. Glasses, circular glasses, and pretty well dressed. A like button down shirt with a red blouse underneath, a necklace with like large beads, and she walks up to probably Declan. I always assume Declan's like one of the first that you see when you walk into the the casino.
Yes.
As security. So you recognize this as the Harpy / Herald. It's a hybrid role, but she usually is just the Harpy. Good evening.
What do you address the Harpy or Herald as?
Harpy is fine.
It's not like a term,
Or
it's not like one of those terms of like, it's called the Harpy, but it's like everyone kind of jokes about it.
my liege.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your Highness, yeah.
They are very medieval, but no, I think just Harpy is probably fine.
Got it. Okay. Does she have an entourage?
It's funny you ask that because behind her walks an unexpected second guest with them, and Declan, you probably recognize them, though you haven't fully met them. Next to the Harpy is the Seneschal of the city. This is somebody Chancie knows very well. Chancie's sire walks in with the Harpy, an unexpected, unplanned thing. Chancie, you probably see this very quickly as your eyes start from what you were doing over by the stage. Now your eyes dart to the front of the casino where you see the two of them entering and talking to Declan.
Shit. All right, Tia, you're up. You're in charge.
You got it.
I don't
Harpy,
make his way.
Yes.
Seneschal.
Good evening.
Good evening and welcome to the Vengeance. My name is Declan. I'll be your mediator for this meeting.
Declan, yes. The Seneschal, Rose, speaks up. I do remember you vaguely. You are of the Hecata clan, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Lovely to see you. Yes, where shall we be having these negotiations?
It'll be right upstairs. Sorry.
Lovely.
The cat just jumped up on me. It scared me.
The
It'll be right upstairs in the Cobra room.
Cobra room.
Yes.
And the Harpy speaks up. Ooh, exciting. Well, I have all the paperwork, and she stacks. Let's get to business, shall we?
Can I get you to any refreshments before you start?
Oh, no, I'm all good. I'm good as well. Thank you.
Would Katarina be waiting for them this time, or is she gonna do her thing where she's fashionably late?
Oh, she'll be sitting in there.
Got
She
it.
won't make them wait.
Got it.
Not the Harpy. Everyone else. Yes.
Miss Sinclair will be waiting for you upstairs.
The Harpy, fanning herself for no real reason, just begins walking. All right, then. And the two of them, as they're walking, are just admiring the club. I don't think the Harpy, at least, has been here before. And so she's intrigued by all of the business and keeps a keen eye on where the different areas of the bar, the high rollers tables, the slots, and is just taking it all in as you all walk.
And Declan would open the door to the Cobra room and gesture them in.
Chancie, you follow along. And Theo, are you there as well? Where is Theodore at all of this?
I mean, I would have assumed that I would be involved in these talks, but maybe Katarina told me not to show up. I don't know.
He's allowed to be there. And he can speak when spoken to.
All right, I'm
So, entering into the room, as Declan opens the door, you see Katerina and Theo in the room. Ah, yes. It's good to see you both, or I guess formally meet. I'm Sherry, the Harpy.
Katerina would stand and shake her hand. Lovely to finally meet, Katerina.
And this is none other than the lovely seneschal of our city, second to the prince himself. I know it's rather unfortunate that Prince Modius has been occupied, so I got you the next best thing.
We are honored by the seneschal's presence. And she would reach her hand out. It is lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you as well. I'm Rose.
Theo would also stand for this interaction.
And you are, and she looks to you, Theodore.
Theodore Sinclair.
She
Pleasure
notes
to meet you both.
The same one.
She notes the same last name, and you see Rose dart eyes between the two of you, and in a just very Toreador way, smiles. Yes, I'll have a seat. Thank you. She takes a seat. Declan, you enter the room, and slowly crawling in next to you is Chancie.
Yeah, he kind of like caught the door as Declan's closing it with his foot.
Declan looks at Chancie like, yeah, yeah, kid?
You coming in?
You coming?
Ooh, I gotta learn from the master.
Yes.
Declan just gives him a little head motion to get in the room.
So this is the full coterie of the Viper's Vengeance, and there is my protege right there. Chancie.
Ma'am.
I hope that business has been treating you well here so far.
I've never known you to make a mistake, so
Absolutely not.
I can assume as much.
Yes, and I thought it was a spectacular opening night. I did happen to attend, though I had business later, so it was a brief. You'll forgive that I wasn't able to say hello to everybody.
I'll write a song about it later.
Well, I suppose this pleasantries aside, we should talk business.
Yes,
For the
that's
evening.
the whole point.
Yes, I have the paperwork here. Everything that you need, all of the agreement of the deal that you discussed with Mr. Donsern, that discusses the funds and the amount of days, 60 days at date of signing. So if we sign tonight, it would technically start tonight. We do have a bit of a time constraint, so we're really not looking to. We are looking to sign tonight, and if you don't sign tonight, then we're going to look for other business to be working with. So I hope that there won't be too many red lines.
Of course not. And she will read through it. And before she asks questions, I have my own list of questions to see if it's already in the
Ooh.
document. How much are they paying us? Is that in the document?
Yes, you would get a 10% cut from the
23 million?
from the 23 million. 23 million, you get 10%.
Okay. Have they included operational cost?
In what way? Like, what? They have their operational cost included for, like, getting the goods and funds to you.
Okay, but not how much we'll have to pay.
So that comes out
Correct.
of our 10%, is what that would be.
Or,
Essentially.
the club, the casino, whatever, But yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Okay. And what about the artifacts? Is there an amount? Have they said how much and what they're reportedly worth?
Yes, they do include those details of how much the goods are worth, and I believe I gave you an amount.
Finley said it was equally as
So another 23 million.
yes.
Yeah, I had thought I wrote down an actual number somewhere. I'll have to check my notes. But assume it would be around. Yes, it would be around probably 20 mil worth of goods. So there's liquid currency, liquid cash in pounds, and then the actual physical items that have that value.
Okay. Making my notes
You know,
behind me.
I did say pounds because it is London. However,
Or would they go euros?
I think it might be euros because all the stuff that, some of the stuff coming in and everything. No, I think actually it would be pounds. Obviously, it doesn't really matter that much, but I'm just thinking for my own self, is it GBP or euros? So, yeah.
So about 30 million US dollars. Gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha. Right. Okay. Good. I need all my numbers, okay? This is important.
As a Ventrue, you should.
Yeah.
All I have are my numbers.
Wait, so sorry, real quick. 30 mil liquidate and then
And 30 million artifacts.
so 60.
60, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we get
60
10%.
mil.
So
of
6
the
mil
30
to us, yeah.
But yes, and 10% of the, I should note, 10% of the cash. You wouldn't get any of the goods.
We don't get 10% of the
we'll get there.
artifacts.
Oh, we'll get there. We'll
You don't
get
get
there.
10% of their
We'll get there.
fine artifacts from, Europe. The other, there's something else I was gonna note, and I can't remember. But continue.
All right. Okay, a lot of this seems fine. However, is Mr. Finlay not going to be here?
Mr. Dunson did say most of the business and negotiations between the two of you were taken care of, and we're just here to sign the final deal and make sure it's Camarilla sanctioned.
Of course.
You know how that goes.
Then it might be important to note that Mr. Dunsern added on to, I can't really call it a negotiation if I wasn't there. After we spoke, he added on the artifacts. Without speaking to me previously, and I did assume that he would be here to renegotiate that.
Oh. Interesting that he didn't bring that up to start.
I would agree. And considering we get no cut of the amount of money from the artifacts, and our operational costs are not covered, it would benefit me greatly if he were.
Well, perhaps we're willing to renegotiate some of those terms about the cut / operational overhead.
Lovely. Then here's what I propose. If they are promising 10% of the liquid cash, and that is it, I am thinking pay for the operational cost on our end, up it to 15%, and in turn, the Camarilla will have access to the new airport I'm about to purchase.
And this new airport, has there been do you have any papers that can prove that this is all going to be signed and dealt with, just so we know there's a guarantee that there will be an airport to be used?
There's not a flashback. Can I do a, what did they call it? Memoriam?
Memoriam.
Use a memoriam to have at least started the paperwork.
How about this? Well, perhaps I let you all in on a few details that we're working on here in Pittsburgh with the Camarilla, with the prince. These are all things you'll hear about in the coming weeks when he does hold an Elysium, but let's just say the Vengeance gets a sneak preview of what's to come. You see, the Camarilla of both the East Coast and the Midwest, the Inner Circle is looking to bring everybody together for a bit of a conclave. Bring all of the princes together from many of the major cities. Chicago, Boston, New York, Cincinnati. Bring everybody together to discuss some upcoming terms for the future of the Camarilla, trying to get a bit of a unified front, because there are some things that it seems many of the cities disagree on. How thin bloods should be treated in the city. What are we to do with the ongoing Sabbat problem in the south? Things like that. Perhaps some other negotiations of an upcoming deal between a certain family and the Camarilla. She looks to Declan. The question is, where is this conclave going to happen? And think of it almost even like the World's Fair, we're going to make a big to-do of it, get everybody together, put on a little convention, and host it somewhere. Now, Prince Modius wants to hold it here in Pittsburgh, especially with how things are going here, with, us growing to be our own little crown jewel right here in the center of things. And, Prince Jackson in Chicago, they always have everything there. They're the golden spoon child of the Camarilla. And New York, Prince Panhard, she is has her own problems she's dealing with. Prince Iverson up in Boston. But what if they all came here? The center, where all of these dealings for our lovely Camarilla is all happening right now. If this operation goes well, we can prove that we are a legitimate business here. Perhaps we can even use the Viper's Vengeance as a place to host this conclave. And if you do have this airport, It'd be a great way to transport in these very important persons. Imagine all of the princes from all of the cities here at your casino.
I think that's a lovely idea. And how fortuitous that the airport is going to be on our hands soon enough in time for this.
Yes. So with all of that pomp and circumstance, why don't we cut it at 15% and have a guarantee that the vengeance, pending everything gets approved, will be a hot spot for this upcoming conclave?
15. I'll eat the operational cost on our side and guarantee that it'll be held at the Viper's Vengeance.
Conclave in Pittsburgh, that would be quite an honor for the prince.
Indeed.
As I see it, there aren't that many options to hold a suitable conclave in Pittsburgh, not controlled by the Camarilla, right?
Not many, yes.
Well, steel on paper seems quite good to me, but I feel like if the Vengeance were to host a conclave, that might be worth maybe just a little bit more to the prince. Perhaps a boon might be in order.
He looks at Theo like, Theo!
Objection, leading the witness. A boon. From the prince. How about a boon from me?
This is the Harpy that works.
The seneschal.
The seneschal.
The vice president.
Well, he looks at Katerina. I've already overstepped my bounds in this negotiation.
Yes. But that's why I keep him around. He is quite smart, isn't he? I think that would do. After all, I am bringing yet again another successful Camarilla-owned business into the prince's hands, am I not? You'll have the Vengeance. You'll have a private airport that all of you can use. And, with any luck, when this job goes exactly as we all know it will, we'll have all of the princes here.
Yes. Now, let it be known, this is something that probably is many months away at this point. You know that the Camarilla moves at a glacial pace with these types of things.
Of course. It'll give us time to finalize some things, and construction is going on at the Vengeance. Perfect timing, considering this conclave. We'll want it looking its best for these princes.
Lovely, then. Well, it doesn't seem like there's too many red lines, then, on this.
No, I'd call it a success. 15% will eat the operational costs. You've access to my airport. And in return, you will host this conclave at the Vengeance. And there is a boon from you.
The seneschal, yes.
From a security point of view, forgive me if I misheard, but I did hear you say that if that was to be signed tonight, that starts the 60-day countdown.
Indeed.
Now, while I might not be privy to Mr. Duncern's activities, I do not see a large amount of money on your persons. So, when will delivery be scheduled?
Pending all of the driver is making his way from the ship pickup in Philadelphia, should be in the next few hours.
So it will arrive tonight.
Yes. If the deal didn't go through, then of course we would halt that shipment pending. But we wanted to make sure the delivery came as soon as it could.
Understood. I just wanted to make sure we weren't already losing time.
I understand 60 days is a short amount of time, even for us.
That is all.
Lovely. Well, know that once again, as the Harpy and the official bookkeeper of this city, once this is signed, it is binding. If things do not go according to plan, there will be probably some discussions and reprimands per the prince. It's not listed here.
Well, that poses a little bit of a legal conundrum, I would say. Traditionally, it would be good to determine the terms if we were to fail to hold up our end of the bargain. We would like that in writing.
Yes, it would, wouldn't it? I think, as per many things here in the Camarilla, it's up to the prince's discretion.
Understood.
I understand that puts you all under a bit amount of uncertainty for the future, but let it be known that if you want a bit of inside ball, I do think the prince very highly counts on your good business and does not want to get on your bad side as much as you don't want to get on his bad side. Let's leave it at that.
Of course, and far be it from me to question the way that the prince operates. We certainly do not intend to fall short of this intended goal.
Are there any other concerns, Chancie? Anything you're on your mind about this deal?
I mean, if we're asking me, maybe we should give a ring on that delivery boy.
Just to hasten the process, I assume.
Every hour counts.
I mean,
Yes.
be a shame that once we sign on the dotted line, something terrible happens.
That's a good point, yes. We will make sure that the delivery goes through. Let's add a note in there that if anything happens to the delivery, you all are not responsible.
That was already discussed with Mr. Dunsern.
Ah, yes, well,
It is in the document.
good.
They are in charge of delivery from from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh. Once the goods arrive at our loading dock, we take charge of them, and we are now responsible.
Very astute, though, Chancie. That was a good catch.
I was asked.
Right. I think we're settled then.
Lovely. Okay, then. If you would just sign here, Miss Sinclair, right at the X. Thank you.
And she would.
And as the formal keeper of boons in the city as well, I will mark that Seneschal Rose Abawi owes one major boon, I assume. it's not a life boon, relax. To the coterie of the Viper's Vengeance.
Lovely.
Great. Okay, this is all done. I am very happy. This was a great meeting. Much better than the last one. Let's get this all sealed in wax, and I will take care of that. Seneschal, I will handle all the delivery things. I know that's, not your pay, like your pay grade is way above mine. So I will make sure that everything goes well with the delivery. And we should be in business then.
Lovely. I can't wait to see you at the conclave.
Indeed. I can't wait to do some more prep for that because there's going to be a lot of prep. You talk security, talk about the highest security we're ever going to have in the city. Okay? This is going to be
Let me
all
know
the more
if you-
reason
if
that
you
it
need
shouldn't
additional.
be. Yes, that might be good, actually. We'll talk. Okay, I think that's all I needed to do.
Lovely seeing you.
So, yes.
If you don't mind, I'd be happy to walk the Seneschal out.
That would be lovely, Chancie. She gets up. It was a pleasure meeting all of you, and I look forward to more talks.
And you as well, Seneschal.
Have a lovely night.
And thank you, by the way, for all of the work you've previously done with Ash Shipping. I know the last job that you did here at the Vengeance was delivering some goods from my business. And I
Of
am
course.
always appreciative of your business. Have a good evening. And
You-
she leaves with you, Chancie.
As we walk down the hall, she probably notices me and kind of like wiping my nose, but then talking at the same time. A major boon. You really want this whole thing to work out?
Let's just say that we're going all in, as they say in poker, on this. This is the future or not future for this city. Prince Modius has already failed in one city, Gary, Indiana. If this one fails, that's it. The inner circle takes everything.
And for you to be the one to find the location, I bet that makes you look pretty well in the eyes of the Camarilla.
It does indeed. We know how it is. These things. It's not always peachy keen in the ivory tower.
Seeing as how the prince has so much on his plate, it's good that he has a seneschal that's always looking in the right direction.
I think I find myself 4 steps ahead of that geriatric old mess sometimes. But that's between you and I.
Well, I'll be happy to see once they see things your way as well.
I trust everything has been good with you here, Chancie. Nothing of concern.
Interesting nights. Bouncers toss ne'er-do-wells out. We had an interesting conversation with an independent you probably know about in the city.
Oh, is that the one at that club? Eternal.
Yes. Miss
Yes, I've
Sinclair and her
heard.
had some business discussions, but besides that, nothing else.
Be careful, that one. She seems to have some sort of diplomatic immunity in this city, and we can't do anything about it. She must have a really good lawyer.
Well, that was my assumption, at least. You guys seem to make people you don't want to deal with disappear when you need to.
Indeed.
Other than that, business as usual.
Chancie. Roll me a
Omission of
manipulation.
lie.
Manipulation subterfuge.
Oh no. Oh no.
Subterfuge. Okay.
Oh no.
Can I?
You got
Okay.
willpower. Don't forget you got willpower.
I have a question.
Yes.
Oh, it's not persuasion. Never mind.
No.
Manipulation. Subterfuge. Do I have any other bonuses? I do not.
If you really wanted to, you could rouse your blood to give you 2 extra dice to add to this roll. You do risk getting hungrier.
That, and then can I also ask if I can even do this, because technically we are of the same bloodline, so it doesn't work as well. The my lore sheet I have what makes them tick. I feel like this wouldn't work. She'd know what I was doing.
She's the master of this.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yes.
I will take that rouse check then.
Okay, go ahead and rouse your blood to see if you get hungrier.
Oh, wait, what did it do? Success.
Okay, so you don't get hungrier. That's good.
So I get 2 more dice.
Indeed, you do.
Okay. 7 dice, yo. I need every single one of them. I'm going to use willpower.
Okay. Oh dear.
Oh, I fear.
You said I could use 3 of these, right? Correct?
Yes, you can roll up to 3. Re-roll 3 failures that aren't your
Okay.
hunger dice.
2 of them, they won't let me roll, so I can only roll 2.
Okay, probably one of them is your hunger die.
Okay.
1.
Failed again. That's 3 successes.
She did crit,
Of
so
course she did.
Chancie, darling,
Yes.
you know that business as usual is never just business as usual. If you're going to play that game, well, I certainly can play it too. You don't want to get on my bad side now, do you?
My apologies, ma'am. I assumed that it was too low of importance for you.
That's sweet, but I do want to make sure that everything here at this casino is, you know, nothing strange going on here. Like I said, we're all in.
Of course. The Sinclair's former coterie member, I got the we'll call it the backstory on the individual. Riley?
Ah, I see.
The way in which Miss Sinclair brought them up, their journey into this unlife involved a manner that isn't used by the Camarilla, so to speak. Involves a, I believe, a shovel?
And
With
they
that
brought one
being
of...
said,
I see.
That
Okay.
individual is deceased. The true
Hmm.
death. I gave them the information and my assumptions of possibly that individual not being who they believed them to be. Miss Sinclair is known to take in strays. I assume that's why you sent me over here as one of her new pups.
Yes.
You just expected me to bat my little eyes and she'd take me in. Y'all too
Yep.
good at this shit. Excuse me.
No. I appreciate your candid speech.
No, I try to code switch when I'm talking with you, but sometimes it still comes out, you know what I mean? Anyways, I gave my assumptions as to possibly that individual being a spy, but from what I was told by a multitude of people here, his true death was something that hit this entire coterie pretty hard.
I
I didn't
see.
know if you had that information on the individual, but as I said before, didn't seem like information you needed.
I was not aware, no. It's rather concerning they brought in a stray shovelhead, as they call them. A rather uncouth term. But if they are no longer with us, I suppose it's not much of a problem, but you should keep a wary eye out. Whenever those types are involved, the Sabbat have caused much havoc to many cities. They crawl in like little cockroaches, and you think you've destroyed them, and somehow they keep coming back. So just keep an eye out, Chancie. If anything seems peculiar, any kindred you meet that seem to spew ideals of end times, you immediately flag me.
Of course.
All right, then. Well, thank you for being honest with me.
Of course.
Best of luck with the operations. I do hope everything runs smoothly.
Well, yeah, I'll be sprucing this place up a bit. I mean, it could look better.
Hmm.
But beyond that, I mean, like, I gotta pay my dues like everybody else.
Do take care, Chancie. And she leans down and gives you a kiss and exits. And that leaves the Harpy does exit, and I'm gonna make some phone calls, make sure the shipment's on its way, and give you an ETA. So just give me a couple of minutes. She leaves, steps outside, and Chancie, you return to the office room, leaving the four of you to have any last discussions that you might need to discuss. Now that the terms are in dotted line, signed in blood, not blood, but, signed.
Well,
An airport.
yes. What do you think?
When did this come about?
Well, don't disapprove now. I've already started on it.
I would never disapprove of something that you decided on. I would just appreciate that you bring it to me first.
Oh? It was... Well, I am certainly no Malkavian, but, it turns out it might be more fortuitous than I thought. I simply was thinking of things that hadn't been done yet. Well, I mean, I'm sure people have bought transportation lines, airports before, but something that would benefit Pittsburgh and make us useful to the Camarilla. sports teams, restaurants, they're all well and good, but when you think about how important people move around, that seems the most important thing that we could provide to this city, especially one that's so up and coming.
If it is a private airport, we can charge whatever we want for jet fuel.
Exactly. And now that every prince in the Northeast is coming here, imagine.
It's a good idea.
But I suspect with the princes here, you will have your job cut out for you. Security will need to be tight. And I intend to make sure that the Camarilla puts you at the head of it, or at the very least close to it.
You have my
They
word.
didn't mention when this conclave is, right?
Months, supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
There was supposedly to be a Elysium before that, if I remember correctly.
Yes, maybe we can... If the prince is there, which, my goodness, you would hope the man would show up for his own Elysium. Maybe I can speak to him then about it. After all, if we're going to be hosting it, we need to have that information more than anyone else.
It was good of him to send the seneschal, since he couldn't
Yes.
be here.
Do we know that's Chancie's sire?
Yes.
Got it.
You are aware.
She called him her protege,
Mm.
I
Yes.
think.
Yes. If you knew that if you didn't know, you knew that she was somebody
You know
important. Now
now.
you
Got it.
immediately
Got
now you know.
And I believe they saw her at the casino.
They
on my
might have,
opening
yes,
night.
Yeah.
yeah,
Might
that
have glanced her,
yeah. So now it's finally the wheels have turned, and you all understand that was Chancie's sire.
Finally making a house call, checking in on her little pet.
Yes. So it seems.
Is Chancey here, or is this when he's walking her out?
Chancey, yes.
He's on
He's
his
walking
way
her.
back. Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful. That's good.
Say y'all bullshit. Go ahead before I come
yes.
back.
Talk shit now. Talk shit now.
I do have one thing I want to say while Chancey's gone.
Mhm.
Yes,
ahead.
go right ahead.
When Andy does hand in her paperwork, please hand it to me.
Oh. Why's that?
First name, last name, address, people of contact.
Got you. Yes, that would be wise.
Chancey, you walk in at this point after walking your sire out to the door.
Shuts the door behind him.
Hmm.
An airport? Damn.
Yes.
I didn't know we had money like that. Well, you, Miss Sinclair, you have money like that.
Something like that.
Well,
Sinclair International does have quite the name.
No.
Regional.
Well, I am one day international. I am required to make one concession with the airport, but it's nothing big. A favor to a friend.
That's what we run on. Deals and favors.
That is how it works. Now I have to get into actually how to run an airport. Fun. Find someone who does.
Before you ask, Carmelo does not know how to fly a plane.
Oh, maybe I should pay for his lessons.
Last time I checked, he has a fear of heights.
Oh,
Same, Carmelo, same.
but he'll work with Kindred.
So
silly
she'll
is
pay for his
that?
therapist.
Maybe I'll have Iris learn then. I'm not going to. Might be nice. It means we can go as we please as well.
It's like first class everywhere.
Yes. I was assuming, well, there will be one that I'll need to purchase. Obviously, the airport that I intend to buy it as is. It's already functioning. It's just switching hands. But I do intend to buy an additional plane, yes. And that is the one that we can use for private, personal use.
I will let you two, he points to you and Theo, you two figure it out. Let me know where I fit in.
For now, I think all you need to worry about is the shipment coming in tonight.
I'm already on it.
Lovely.
Theo looks at Declan. Have you had a chance to check on our friend downstairs in the pit?
It's on the to-do list.
Yeah.
Why do you ask?
It's been a busy night. Just want to make sure we don't neglect her.
She's not... I mean, you were there. She volunteered to stay in that room, Theo.
Who do we have watching her? Or watching the door?
It is locked, securely. Again, she's not our prisoner if she means to escape. That would honestly
Just
take...
make sure.
That would take an ease off me, if I'm being honest.
I just want to make sure that we are aware of our situation, that's all.
I am fully aware. We have 23 million in pounds coming through our doors any minute, along with 20 million in artifacts. We have a Celebri down in the pit. We have a Zemitzi close by.
And possibly every
Perhaps-
prince in the Northeast coming here in a few months.
Yeah,
That
that's
is-
crazy.
That is something to worry about after these 60 days are done.
But I think Theo's got a point though. I mean, after you tasted that blood, your eyes got all crazy.
Yes.
Operational costs.
Theo, the thought of that
I-
blood crosses your mind again. Just that
Oh,
small
no.
Yeah,
drop.
there's a little
and its taste.
pause.
You just think about it.
Oh,
That's all.
On that note, we're about to have a couple of visitors with a very vested interest in making sure that their money is well taken care of. Do you think they're going to... Well, they're not going to cross paths with Hope, are they?
No.
Besides, she should be gone by then.
Where's she going?
It'll be a few months from now. I imagine we'll learn all we need to from her in that time.
I meant in a few hours when they arrive with the money.
Ah, they won't go down there.
Just asking the security expert.
No.
I'm not sure how these things are handled.
I assume it's an armored car. It'd be stupid not to. It will pull into the loading dock, which at that point, myself and Carmelo will go down there armed to make sure the handoff is clean. 23 million in pounds, depending on how it's packaged, should be relatively easy to move. The biggest thing are the relics, unknowing to their size, shape, how they are interned in their shipping containers. That's something we'll need to figure out.
Would have been good to have a little bit more preparation time, but I will look up any rituals that we can do, any warding, protection that we might need to due to shore up our vault that we'll be keeping these in, and I'll have an answer for you soon.
That is perfect.
Besides, we only have to hold the artifacts for 60 days, correct?
That is correct,
Easy enough.
depending on the artifact.
I suppose if it's rather large, yes, but space can be bought.
Touch up on those
I see
words,
that-
Theo.
Will do.
Well, let's see a bit more smiling in the room. We have one, have we not? Everyone looks so grim.
There's a lot of things going through my mind.
I'm just enjoying the
How-
chess moves being made.
How about soak in a success? And then prepare for the next one.
This was a good night. Chancie, you gonna be playing anymore later?
Yeah, I just gotta make a quick stop to my room, and then I'll probably get back with the band. Y'all don't mind, do you?
No.
Do your thing, kid.
Y'all have a good evening.
I'd just like to be in the audience tonight, so
Oh,
give me a shout when you're up there.
absolutely. I'll make sure we got a song just for you, Mr. Sinclair.
He nods.
And that's where we end our scene. Our end scene for the evening is Chancie heading back to make his last performance a dedication to Theo. And we end for tonight. When we return, the shipment will have arrived. Business will begin. And with the business beginning, we will be implementing a new mechanic into the game, the ledger.
Finally.
And
This is for the Ventrues. Let's go.
we will be keeping track, not day by day, of how the operations are running, but we will be making some rolls and narrating some scenes of how business operates, how the laundering does go, with all of these new businesses and ventures that the group is planning to start up. We're going to start that. So for you all, like, basically, we'll probably do it at the start of the sessions. Maybe even do it 2 times, like once at the first half and once at the second half, where we make some rolls to determine how well the money's moving and if there are complications and how you deal with those complications. And
It's
if
a
it
big old
gets too
clock.
low, it's a clock. It's basically a clock mechanic from Forged in the Dark, being introduced to Vampire the Masquerade. And if they get low, some bad things might happen. If they get high, business smooth, doing great. So we will see how that all goes, and we won't have to go through nitpick every little thing that's happening, every little dealing, all like between the fantasy football and the MMA and the airport and the high rollers that you guys are going to be bringing in. We'll basically narrate a lot of those things mechanically and not have to get into the nitty-gritty.
I love that.
So, yeah.
Nice.
So
I'm excited.
get ready, guys. Business
it
begins.
could, it could get slow and boring. It's like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Like, let's talk business.
Exactly. Like
Vampire Tycoon.
Vampire
You don't want
Tycoon.
to balance the books at the end of every
Yeah.
session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roman intelligence, finance.
I was ready.
every game. That's how we started
Yeah.
off.
So prepare for that, and prepare for all of the other busy things that the Viper's Vengeance is going to have to prepare for and get themselves ready for. There's still many mysteries between Hope, Riley, the Conclave, and more we'll see what happens, everybody. So we'll be off next Friday. But do check out our YouTube next Friday because we will be releasing a short Vampire the Masquerade one-shot, The Hunt for the Jersey Devil. So you can check that out, get your fix in a different, again, I shared this earlier, but this is going to be a bit different format. It's going to be audio only, and it's going to be edited like audio drama style. So let us know if you like that. I think it's going to be really cool. I heard a short preview of it from our editor, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. Like, it's going to make me want to do this, but the thing is, I had to hire an editor to do this. So I'm like, oh man, I'm going to get the itch for this. And then we'll have to figure out we'll have to figure out a way to make it sustainable for MagicRPG. But it's an experiment that we're trying for the first time. So let us know what you think. Otherwise, we'll be back the Friday after that, the 6th of March. So stay tuned and stay tuned for more announcements. So that's all, everybody. Have a good evening. We'll see you soon. And as always, don't let the beast win.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.